Hey guys, it's Erica Galinas with That Properties Real Estate here for our monthly market update. Today we're talking about the town of St. John, and I'll tell you what, it looks like the new construction is coming for the existing homeowners in the town. Okay, so St. John, Indiana market update for the month of November. I have October and November's number here. We'll run through them real quick. In terms of sold houses in St. John, in the month of November, 30 sales for a total 12.8 million. Average price about $428,000. And put a pin in that because we're going to talk about that later. Average days on market, 34 days. Actually still doing a little better than some surrounding numbers we've seen in Crown Point, Dyer, a couple different places. So that's actually good news for St. John. List to sales price, 98.19%. So let's compare those to October's numbers. So in October in St. John, and again, this is everything that's sold, 33 units, so about the same. Average sales price, $482,000, which is, we have 428, 482, it's a palindrome number kind of, but it's about a $60,000 price drop from month to month. So we'll drill down and see where this money's coming from. Average days on market, 42 days, not as good as the 34, not that much worse either. It's an extra week and kind of puts it more in line with the Dyers and the Crown Point numbers. List to sales price, 100.21%. So it seems like the buyers that are buying are still buying pretty close to what the houses are listed for. Okay, so let's look at this. In St. John, for the houses that were sold in November, so the most recent, the $428,000 average list price, 6 were condos and townhouses, 24 were single-family homes, 9 were new construction, 24 were existing homes. Pretty regular. In October, of the 33 total sold, 17 were new construction, 16 were existing homes. That's about 50-50 in terms of existing homes versus new construction. Obviously, new construction has some different build times and stuff, so you don't always see them close like exactly that 30 to 45 days after. Here's the deal, though. In October, the average sales price for an existing home was $414,000 and some change. The average sales price for a new construction home, $536,000. So that's what, $115,000 some extra from an existing home to the new construction. And I dug down on this. This isn't just like, the only existing homes are little tiny condos and new constructions are all like giant mansions with like 10,000 square feet. No. There was 4 of them that were over, I think, $750,000 or $700,000. All of the rest of them were in a more, regular price range up to like $450,000. In November, so now we have less numbers, a little less new construction, but again, they got to build those. Average sales price overall, $428,000. In November, average sales price for an existing home, $389,000. Average sales price for new construction, starts with a 5. It is $519,000. So now we're starting to look at, what is that, almost $130,000 difference between closed existing homes and closed new construction. This is very much a potential problem for St. John homeowners. Now, again, we're not going to crash. You're not going to be stuck there forever. It's not going to be anything like that. But if people know that they can I'll make $420,000 and buy something brand new, maybe a little smaller, certainly, the lot's going to be smaller. But if that's what buyers want and they can have that $420,000 and get something brand new with white kitchens and that grayish color that's a big thing right now and giant master bedrooms, they're going to go buy new construction in most cases. There are certainly some beautiful custom showcase homes built in St. John 30, 40, 50 years ago, but there's not that many of them. And most of them are kind of, we'll just say, out of date. Maybe the last time they were remodeled, or 20 years ago or something like that. So a buyer's going to look at something brand new and beautiful, the model home, and then they're going to look at your house or whoever's house, which is very nice, solid, the whole thing. $420,000, which one would you buy? So if we look at then active listings, we're going to look at pending listings first. So this is listings in St. John that were listed for sale, found a buyer, haven't closed yet. A big chunk of them, obviously people are waiting to get appraisals and they're waiting to do home inspections and stuff. But as you also see, a big chunk of them are new construction, which are waiting for, materials to be built and the hole to be dug, and now it's going to freeze outside. So we'll look at that. So pending listings right now in St. John, 32 pending listings, about the same as October and November. Average price overall, $399,000. Average price for new construction, $470,000. So again, we won't know the closing prices until they actually close. So we'll see those come up in our closing numbers for the next several months. But the average listing price is $399,000 versus $417,000 between new construction, which isn't that big a number, but Existing homes might be looking at price reductions because they need to be competitive. New construction may be looking at price adjustments going up because the buyer wants, I don't know, the butler's pantry, and they want, fancy hardwoods versus carpet in the bedrooms or something like that. But those prices they list at, a lot of times they end up here. So average days on market, 43 days. Only 56 days for the new constructions alone, which isn't that big of a difference. A lot of times new construction, we see, dates like 160 days or 120 days. 20 new construction, 12 existing homes. So pending listings, they're going to close. Of those 32, 20 of them are new construction. 7 condos, 25 single family homes. So then looking at the active listings in St. John as of today, 94 active listings, again, of all kinds. We don't really have any $1 million homes for sale right now. And in St. John, we don't really have a lot of like older condos that sell for $120,000. So this is all pretty much average kind of construction, I guess you could say. 94 active listings. The average list price is $461,000, which puts us kind of almost in between October's average and November's average. So it's kind of in between there. Of those 94, 55 are new construction, with only 39 being existing real estate. The other thing is 19 condos and townhomes. There are a lot. There's that 55 and older community in the Gates. There's a lot of little duplexes. Those things are selling like nothing. They are selling so fast. You have a different kind of buyer pool a lot of times for those kind of townhomes and condos. The reason why is because young people around here, if we're in the city, they all buy condos because they go out and party all the time. Around here, that's not usually what young people do. They either move away or they stay with their parents until they're ready to buy like a starter home kind of thing. What we have predominantly around here with the condos, the townhouses, and duplexes is older people who A, can pay in cash, B, want something completely maintenance-free, including a roof and a furnace that's brand new. So we have these 55 and olders in the Gates, and then we have other new construction single-family homes, some really nice ones in the preserves. The buyer pool for those is different than the ones that you're more used to seeing in Dyer and Crown Point or something like that. So these new construction numbers in St. John are potentially a problem for an average St. John existing home owner. And really the only reason why is because they're brand new and they're a bit more expensive, but St. John sellers right now aren't necessarily coming down on their prices yet. We're going to see that in the spring, I'm sure, as some of these start to sit. Although our days on market aren't that bad yet, we've seen it in Dyer, we've seen it in Crown Point, we've seen it in Munster, a couple other areas. St. John is going to start to come down a little bit because those sellers, some of them have to sell, some of them really want to, some of them really have to. They're going to start adjusting their prices. So we're going to start to see existing home prices come down. Again, not probably like $1 million or anything like that, but they're going to kind of steadily come down a little bit. And then new construction, they're going to stay solid. I won't go so far to say they're going to go up just because labor, materials, obviously buyers' interest rates. I mean, there's a lot of cash buyers, but a lot of people are getting mortgaged. So I don't know that we're necessarily going to see those new constructions go up, but they're going to hold steady. I mean, builders, they're absolutely only in the business to sell these homes. They don't have any emotional attachment. They don't particularly care about anything else. They just want to get their home sold that they've built because that's their job. So you are going to see those prices stay steady. Unless we see in the next few months a real drop in these new construction homes sitting on the market at these higher prices, builders aren't going to change anything because why would they? They're selling them. So if you're a home seller in St. John, I think spring's probably going to be a good time, but we're going to continue to see downward pressure on prices. Again, not necessarily $50,000 or $100,000 or something like that, but when somebody can spend an extra 20 or 30 grand over the course of a 30-year mortgage, a lot of times they're going to buy new construction. Certainly give me a call, text me, email me anytime if you are thinking of selling in St. John or anywhere around this Northwest Indiana area. There are things we can talk about to do that will update your property and make it more similar to new construction, but doesn't necessarily cost $85,000 or anything like that. So give me a call or text me anytime, 219-765-2062. If you want to email me, you can also email me at hsbyerica@gmail.com, and that's even if you just have a question. I'm super low pressure. You don't have to worry that I'm going to show up at your house with a bunch of paperwork and got to do the whole thing. Let's just take a look at your house. Let's just take a look at the market, particularly for the spring market coming up, which we need to start making plans for now after the first of the year so we can kind of jump into that. If you know someone who lives in St. John, please share this video with them. They may appreciate this advice. If you're thinking of buying in St. John and aren't sure how to negotiate the new construction process, I can absolutely help you with that. If you're thinking of buying in Northwest Indiana, also I can help you with that. So please do give me a call, text me anytime, 219-765-2062. I will see you guys next week for a market update on I think it's Cherville next week. I checked my notes, but I think it's Cherville next week. And we'll see how they're doing with days on market. We'll see what's going on. Not a lot of new construction there, but a lot of condo activity that are selling for good prices, but lower than other towns around them. And we'll see what effect that's having on sales rates there. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you soon.